All right, so as we said before the break, we were going to meet an extraordinary couple. In fact, they've perfected that mantra that a couple that trains together stays together. So when adventure athletes Alana and Oli Munnick aren't working their 9-to-5 jobs, they're out in South Africa's wilderness taking in all the great sights, but also the grueling 100-kilometer trail runs and mountain bike races that are out there. And just before they head off to Knysna for their next ultra race, the pair join us this morning to talk to us about this adventurous life they lead. Good morning. Thank you very much for being here, guys.
Good morning.
Hey.
Hi.
So you got to first tell me how you manage that to balance everything in a 24-hour day that includes work and I'm assuming family life as well and training life so that you're ready for events. How does that even work?
Well, yeah, so you just kind of have to, Oli and I always say you just have to make it happen. It does require quite a bit of dedication and sacrifice, and we try and split it up that like at certain times of the year I'm focused on something and at other times of the year he's focused on something specific. And we work at it together just to make it happen.
Yeah. And how did you guys meet? Did you meet out on a trail somewhere while I know that's the typical thing that people probably imagine, but Oli just looked at it like, no, we didn't.
Doily works at Media 24 on a cycling title in the magazine.
Yeah.
And I was freelancing for the magazine. And I walked in one day, said hello, and then, you know, one thing led to another. And a couple of months later, we were dating, and then
pictures like this
magic.
popping up somewhere. That's a much more romantic story. I prefer that version. So if you were to give advice to couples who want to start training together, taking on adventures together, but they lack that motivation, well, what would you say?
Start simply.
Okay.
We often look at the final goal and it seems insurmountable. Mm-hmm. But, you know, one step at a time, that's the best. Make it something achievable.
Yeah.
You know, if you start running on the prom, 5Ks. Hey, I was paralyzed after my first 5Ks. So, you know, one step in front of the other, quite literally.
Yeah.
And one has to sacrifice. If you want to do one thing, then something else you'll forgo. But being outdoors, you really get revitalized, and maybe you'll do less jolling. You might, as a couple, have met jolling.
Yeah.
But, yeah, might my move for this morning.
Yeah, that's your move for the morning. We just saw a picture of you, Alana, right now, I think at the TDS, right?
Yes,
it's a 120-kilometer grueling, tough marathon, I'm assuming. Tell me all about that and how challenging that was for you and how you got yourself through that race.
Okay, I have been to this festival of events before. In 2015, I did UTMB, which was the 100-miler. So I kind of knew what I was in for this time round. So this festival happens every year.
Yeah.
They've got 5 races, and to prepare, you just need to be consistent. Every morning you have to get up and put a little bit of work in, and your weekends are your biggest sacrifice because you'll be out on the mountain almost all day, every day. So your weekends are your big, like, most important part of your training.
Yeah.
But every day you just get up, put an hour or 2 in, and get ready for work, and off you go, kind of thing.
And you guys are gearing up now for your next big challenges. One of them being the Dr. Evil Classic Mountain Race, 170 kilometers. It's called
3 days, eh?
Over 3 days.
Yeah,
but still, that doesn't make it any better, okay? It's called the Dr. Evil Classic Mountain Bike Race, and then the 100-kilometer Karoo to Coast off-road race.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you expecting from these epic challenges, and what type of challenge do you suppose they'll pose to you?
Well, he's the mountain biker. I'm kind of a bit of a rookie, so he puts in all the hard work and I just have to kind of follow. But we try and mix it up that he runs with me every now and again, and I mountain bike an event with him. So this is kind of our annual let's meet up and do something together kind of event. And
the key is making it achievable.
Yeah.
It's 3 days, and then if you break it down into manageable bits, it's not impossible.
Yeah.
What's key in the type of things that Doily and I do, one builds up to it, and if you enjoy the process getting to the event, then the event itself is the cherry on the top.
Yeah.
So the advice for people out there trying to do this kind of thing is to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Because if you hate the process, then the end event is not going to be enjoyable.
You're never going to do it again.
You're never going to do it again. So choose something that's manageable.
Yeah.
The Buco Dr. Evil Classic, it's not it's not an intimidating race. So it's the idea of being, it's wanting people to participate and actually get out there.
Yeah.
So they're not trying to break you or like turn you inside out. You go there and the team race is a great dynamic.
Yeah.
With your wife, it's rad. So the team dynamic, you work together as a team, and you're only as fast as the slower teammate.
Yeah.
And that's something that we all need to learn, some patience.
Oh my word. I mean,
Hammer and a
imagine
nail is the
if we
colloquial.
Yeah. Is that what they call it in the racing fraternity?
You're either the hammer or the nail.
Or the nail.
It's better in Afrikaans, but I'm not going to do Afrikaans an injustice and say it.
I would hazard you try it.
Hammer and die nail. It's much better.
I think there's people at home sitting watching you guys thinking you're amazing, but what's the big payoff for you? Why put your body through such punishment, if you will? 170 kilometers, 100 kilometers, what's the big payoff for you?
It's not punishment if you've done the training or.
No man, just.
No, well, well, yeah. In essence, it's not as once it's tough to fun. So often during the event, it's horrible or it's tough, but straight afterwards, the reward
Participation.
is
About
looking
going
back
and doing
and
it.
knowing that you've been able to do it.
Yeah.
And that
The
you can do it.
community.
Yeah.
The community
Okay.
is
All
a
right.
big deal. We've got
I
to
tell
go.
you what, yeah, we've got to
Community.
go, but we'll be following your journey online. Good luck, and thank you
Yeah.
very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Alrighty.
Thanks
Okay,
so much.
thanks.